Hi all, welcome in class 5th and we are going to learn from today our science subject, and in 5th class you are having the first chapter. You are going to learn first chapter, air and its uses. Please take notebook. Please take notebook. The first chapter is air and its uses, right? Please take a notebook and write down the name of chapter, air and its uses. See, first of all, let me explain you the fundamental things of air, right? There is another name of air is wind. So everyone can understand what is the meaning of air and what is the meaning of wind. We all are living surroundings with the air. Whenever we are walking, whenever we are doing the job, whenever we are walking anywhere, we are facing the air and wind. Without air, without wind, nothing is going to be exist. So this is important for us to understand what is air and what is the importance of air. The chapter name is air and its uses. What is the use of what is air and what is its uses? Air, the another name of the air is wind, and might be you have heard the name of cyclone, tempest, but I will not go in the so much deep. We will understand what is air, and we are going to understand how we can identify the layer of air. See, this is place where we are, right? So we can prepare a scale. This is a scale where the air level is going to be a start. Like first of all, troposphere. Please write down the name. This is a little bit difficult for you to spell and learn, but it is meant for you because these are very important. Troposphere. Troposphere will start from here. This is a 0 point up to 15 kilometer, right? From bottom on earth, right? Up to 15 kilometer, troposphere. Now a stratosphere. From 15 kilometer to 80 kilometer, you can prepare a scale like this. Astrosphere. Then ionosphere. Ionosphere will start from 80 kilometer to 500 kilometer. This is one is ionosphere. This is one is ionosphere. These are the layers of air. Now exosphere. After 500 kilometer beyond, is extrosphere. So these are the layer. These are the layer of air. These are the layer of air, and it starts from earth. First of all is up to 15 kilometer. We say troposphere. After 50 to 80 kilometer, astrosphere. Then from 80 to 500 kilometer, ionosphere, right? And exosphere is beyond 500 kilometer. From earth, when you start, I am talking about kilometer. Kilometer is what? 1 kilometer is equal to how many meters? 1000 meter, right? 1000 meter. So this start from here, or you can calculate from 0 to 15 kilometer. This is troposphere. 15 to 80 kilometer astrosphere, and 80 kilometer to ionosphere, and from 500 to above and above you go, that is sphere. So this is important for us to understand the layer of air. This is very important for us. Again, I am going to repeat. We are going to understand first about air. So what are the layers of the air on our atmosphere, right? The first one is troposphere, second one is astrosphere, third one is ionosphere, and last one is exosphere. These are the layer of sphere. Please note down. These are the important layers of air start from Earth to up to 15 kilometer, up to 80 kilometer, up to 500 kilometer, and after 500 kilometer and beyond is exosphere, right? Now we are going to learn further. This is very important. Please write down. I am going to explain you a thick blanket. A thick blanket. Everyone knows the blanket. A thick blanket of air, right? A thick blanket of air. A thick blanket of air called atmosphere. When you are going to ask the question, what is atmosphere? When the question is being asked for you, when the question is going to be asked to you, what is atmosphere? The reply is this: a thick blanket of air called atmosphere surrounds the earth. It protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays. What is ultraviolet rays? This is a harmful ray. Which harm to our skin. Whenever the temperature goes up to 40 degrees centigrade, 45 degrees centigrade, under the scorching sun, we are getting ultraviolets, and these ultraviolets are very harmful for our skin, very harmful for our health. So the thick blanket of air surrounds the earth. It protects us from the harmful ultraviolet. If the thick layer will be not in atmosphere, our skin will get damaged. Because of this, we are supposed to advise in the high temperature, we should not move on the road. Now we come to understand usage of air. So I will use the blue pen. Uses of air. This is very simple. What is usage of air? What is usage of air? What is usage of air? Kite. When we are using kite, without air, kite cannot fly. Kite cannot fly. Right? Bicycle or any vehicle. Bicycle, any vehicle, we are going to put air inside the vehicle, then only vehicle will run. Boat. When boat is traveling in river, it cannot push away without air. Even without air, we cannot exist. Even any human beings cannot exist on the air or on the earth without air. So these are the basic uses of air. You know very well uses of air. Hope you all have written this. This is a very simple and easy chapter. By this you can understand. This is a very simple and easy chapter. What is air and what are the layer of air and what is the usage of air. Now this is very important for us to understand What is composition? Composition of air, right? See, we are taking a circle, right? In circle, we are going to decide what is the percentage of air in atmosphere. One second, huh? See, percentage of air is nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, carbon dioxide 0.03%, water vapor, dust and others. Water vapor, dust and others are 0.97%, and when you go for the total it comes 100%. So this is the composition of air, right? So this circle is indicating 100%. So like suppose nitrogen, we can say that nitrogen is nitrogen is 78%. Now oxygen, we can have here 21% is oxygen, right? This one. Now carbon dioxide percentage is like this 0.03%. Now water vapor and dust, right? Water vapor and dust is 0.9%. The rest of the nitrogen. That's why we are saying nitrogen percentage is very high in air, and nitrogen is very much important for us, and oxygen 21%. That's why we say that once the percentage of oxygen will increase, it will be benefited on us. See, I tell you, oxygen 21%. If oxygen will decrease, it will be harmful for us. It will harmful. Once oxygen will decrease, it is harmful. Let me write you in capital letter so that there will be no confusion. So we must understand the percentage of gases, those who are in our this thing. See, the percentage of nitrogen is not good for us, and oxygen. Let's know the importance of oxygen. Oxygen 21%. If the percentage of oxygen will increase, this is good for us, right? Good for human beings. If the percentage of oxygen will decrease, this is bad for us. So everyone knows the percentage of oxygen will decrease. Why? Because of pollution. Because of pollution. Because of vehicle smoke. Because of burning of wood. Because of lot of things are there. Because of environment get damaged, and oxygen go down. Percentage of oxygen, once the percentage of oxygen will go down, the environmental fact is going to be bad. Or in case of oxygen percentage, once it will increase, it will be good for us. Like this is the parameter of oxygen it is a standard parameter. 21% is the standard parameter. If it is going to decrease, like if it is 18%, we are getting always problem in breathing. We are getting problem in our atmosphere. We are not feeling comfort. So many people used to be get affected by cough, cold. The climate is going to be dense. So it is important for us to maintain this percentage of oxygen in environment. Right? Hope you all understand. This is also very important. Composition of air. Right? Nitrogen percentage 78%, oxygen is 21%, carbon dioxide 0.03%, water vapor dust 0.97%, and others. Right? Okay. So today we have learned what is air, what is the use of air, and what is the percentage of gases in. Now we will see the properties of air. Properties of air. Properties of air means what are the merits of air, what are the action and what are the things is being done by air. So many properties we can see by the experiment. Like you take a big bathtub, right? This is a bathtub. This is a bathtub. Or in bathtub, you take a glass, right? This is a bathtub. You take a glass. So I am putting here a glass. You take a bathtub. I am giving you the experiment by which you will come to know properties of air. If you take a bathtub or you filled with water, right? You filled with water. See, if you are taking the glass in a straight way in water, you see there is a compressed pressure force. Compressed pressure force towards your side. But in second way, once you are putting your glass like this way, the pressure will be very much low and water's bubbles used to be flattened ever. So these are the, I will explain you in other lecture also properties of air, because so many properties are for air. This is the first experiment you can do at your home. Take a bathtub and take a simple glass, and once you are putting the glass in a straight way in the water, you will see that there is a very high pressure comes in your hand. You feel that there is a pressure in hand. Very difficult to put your glass in water. But the moment you put your glass little bit with the angle like this way, you will see that automatically the water portion has to be comes with the bubbles. So in next lecture we will go for the properties of air, and it is very important chapter for us. Please hope you have noted down all the facts, because your homework is going to be released on the same chapter. Thank you.